What is going on, traders? My name is Chuck Butler, and you are tuned into Stock Talk Sunday, where we break down and discuss upcoming stocks for the next week. So let's go ahead and make this a little quick video. I have to meet my parents in about an hour, so let's see if we can break this down in under 20 minutes. All right, let's get it. So, as you can see right here, I have my ETF watch list, my option watch list. Yes, I do trade options, and my weekly watch list for the regular comp stock. And right here, these are the futures. I use these to um, the I I use these to plan out my trades for the ETFs because that's what they follow. They follow the futures and they follow futures and indexes. So let's go ahead and first let's get into the weekly. As you can see right here, this is ticker symbol WFT. Yes, I understand that this is a lower cap. I usually do not trade these, but I do like the pattern that I see here. As you can see, this blue line is acting as support at around 207. As you can see, it has bounced there previously, and my plan is right here from 240, the resistance at 240 to the resistance at 280. It offers about 16.7%. I would like my entry to be at 240 and exit at 260 to lock in my profits. I understand that I'm leaving a good chunk of percent of margin on the table, but I would like to cover my profits because this could go the other way. And as you can see right here on my 4-hour chart, I have the 55-day EMA. This is the purple line. It is pointing downwards at 261, which is a good indication that it may get rejected at that point and continue to trend down. As you can see, this green line right here, it is nothing of significance, but I drew it because that's where I plan to sell it at, to sell my ticker at if it does decide to get to that point. As you can see, the volume stays pretty consistent. MACD is indicating a reversal and a buy, and the RSI is also pretty low. And as you can see right here at the 25-day EMA, this blue line right here is pointing down at 242 near the resistance at I drew here at 240. So that's going to be my plan for that one. Let me scroll out. Let's go on next. This ticker symbol here, HEAR. As you can see, it is already trending above the 25-day EMA, which we want to see. That is a good indication of an uptrend pattern. As you can see, I have support drawn here at 2250. I did not draw it as a blue line. I apologize. Let's go ahead and draw this as a blue line. I draw it as a blue line to help me understand that this is a support and not a resistance. I use the red as resistance. As you can see, my sell point is right here at this green line where the SMA is pointing. I would like to enter this ticker if I decided to trade it. I would like to enter at 2480 and exit at 2580. And as you can see, from the resistance at 25 to the resistance at 28 offers a total of 12%. And my entry from 2480 to the exit at 2580 offers a margin of 4%, and my stop loss would be 24. As you can see, the MACD is getting pretty extended, but I understand that it still has a bit more margin to cover. This one will be on watch though, because it can start trending down below this 25-day EMA, and if it does, then I would no longer be interested in trading this ticker. As you can see right here, the purple SMA is at the purple EMA is at 2471. As you can see, it did act as a resistance. See, you get rejected right here and there. So this is why I have I have at least the 55-day EMA and the 25-day EMA up, because I use the 25-day EMA to act as an indication of an uptrend, as an indicator for me to indicate a possible uptrend, and I use the 55-day EMA as a potential resistance point if the trend lines do not work. And as you can see right here, it worked. Let me go to the 5-minute for you guys so you can see it better. As you can see right here, ticker symbol here is having a bit of trouble crossing the resistance here at 2470. So I believe if it can cross that, it could continue to trend up to the possible highs of my sell point. Now, let's go into ticker symbol Cake. I've been watching Cake for about 2 weeks now. As you can see, this one is pretty overextended. The RSI is pointing down, and the MACD is starting to top out. But this one is on watch because it doesn't offer that much margin for me personally. But if you guys would like to trade this, go ahead. But as you can see, my plan is to enter at 55.63 and exit at 57.33. Well, let me move this. It's in the way of my alert. And my margin, I know I spelled margin wrong. Please don't make fun of me. The total margin it has to cover is 3%, and I would like my stop loss to be at 55.30. This is only if I decide to take a position. I have a plan ready. And from the resistance at 55.63 to the resistance at 60 offers a total of 7.93%. I'm only looking to capture 3 to 5% of that, and there you go. That's 3%. And as you can see, it is having a bit of a resistance right here. Here, let me back up or go to a better chart. All zoomed up on this. Let's see. As you can see, it has trouble breaking 55.60. So this is why I would like to enter above it, because if it does enter above it, then that would be a good indication for the continuation of an uptrend. And as you can see, if it also bounces off right here at the 55-day trend line, oh no, not the 55-day trend line, at the trend line at $55, that is also a good sign that can be used as support instead of a resistance, because last time it acted as a bit of a resistance. And as you can see, the 25-day EMA has crossed the 55-day EMA, which is a good sign which is a very good sign that the uptrend is confirmed. As you can see, as soon as it crossed it, boop, spike up. So it doesn't always do that, but it's just a good sign that it's going to continue to uptrend. There could have been good news on that day, which is why it spiked up so high. Now let's go. This one right here. This is my favorite pattern to trade right here. This is called the ascending uptrend pattern. As you can see, it is very easy to trade. In my opinion, it's very easy to trade. It has, you draw two trend lines at the ascending support and another trend line at the ascending resistance, and with this pattern, it makes higher highs and higher lows. And what you do is you're supposed to, or how traders usually trade is, they wait for the bottom, and then they buy on the uptrend. And as you can see, every time it has crossed the 25-day EMA, it is a good indication that you should probably buy in. You see this cross right here. If you would have bought right there at that cross and sold near the top here at 66, that would have been 12.87%. Again over here, bought above the cross, sold at the resistance at 68, 6.15%. That's pretty good, guys, if you ask me. So as you can see, let me back up. The green line is going to be my sell point. From the support, from the resistance it formed at 65 to the resistance it formed at 73, offers a total of 12.31%. I would like my entry to be at 68.50. I would like to exit at 73, and for my stop loss to be 68, and the total margin that has to cover is 6.57%. As you can see, I have my alerts set right here at 67.02 and 68.03, and I only chose that price point because I believe that it's going to be above both of the EMAs at the time. As you can see, the MACD is pretty low. It hasn't indicated a buy yet, but it is starting to look like that. And as you can see, the RSI is pretty low as well. So yeah, very consistent pattern. A decent amount of margin to cover. It may cover it in a week or a week and a half, depending on the volatility. And yeah, that's going to be the 4 tickers for the common stocks. Let's go ahead and close that. Now let's go ahead and go over the options. I'm not going to go over the options too much because I'm still learning how to play with them. But as you can see, I I'm thinking about a put on Apple. As you can see, it has uh, a possible support at 220, and if it can break that, I believe that it can trend down to the support at 210. Let me go ahead and draw that line. 210. Go ahead and change the color to support. All right, and it also has a minor. Could also have a minor support at 215, but I would like to get in, but for a contract for a put at 220 for this week, and right now the current price of the contract is at 388. So yeah, that's pretty good to me. Because the reason I'm looking at Apple also is because there's news that I think that you should look at. Trump is pressing Apple to shift their products to the U.S. because Apple believes that if the tariffs that the tariffs would increase the prices of their products here in America, which they don't want, which is why um it is showing signs of a bit of a sell-off. As you can see, the 25-day EMA and the 55-day EMA are starting to curl down, and as soon as the 25-day EMA crosses the 55-day EMA, I believe that is going to continue to trend down. So yeah, there's that. And as you can see, it has been respecting the 25-day EMA for about 3 to 4 months now, and it's starting to trend below. And as you can see, at that first sign, it started to trend below, big sell-off, and it came back up. And this 25-day EMA acted as a resistance now because Apple topped off. So that's another good sign that it's going to continue to trend down. Baba, there's news on Baba. I would also like to see about getting a put in on this one because the the executive chairman stepped down. So there's that. But I just saw news today that there is a plan to reveal his successor. So that's going to be on watch. Facebook, the only news on this one is trends in app downloads could bode well for um Facebook, but as you can see right now, I'm thinking about a call on this one, and it bounced from a support at 160. I have my alert set. I have two alerts set here. Let's see where they're at again. Oh, gotta go in further. What the? Why are my alerts so close, Mike? Oh, okay. I have two alerts set on the 1 minute time frame at their possible resistance at 164 and 164.50. So that's going to be on watch for Monday. Let's go to Starbucks. I traded Starbucks last week. I traded in one contract and I got 80%. I got 87% on one contract, guys. That's pretty cool. I got in for a $54 call and the expiration date was about September 14th. So yeah, that was pretty good. I sold it before then, obviously, but as you can see, this little stair-stepper pattern that it's forming, it's trending above both EMAs. It's pretty good. It had news about opening up its first Starbucks in Italy. It's pretty cool. So that's going to be it for the options plays. And then let's go over the ETF. Watch this. The only ones that I have broken down, the only pairs that I have broken down right now are the oil ones, which is Gush and Drip. Gush is the bullish leverage to 3 times ETF, and Drip is its inverse. It is the bearish leverage 3 times bearish to leverage 3 times ETF of oil. The pairs are Gush, Drip, DGAS and UGAS, JNUG and JDST. DGAS and UGAS are natural gas, and JDST and JNUG are gold. So right now, as you can see, I have support drawn for Gush at 30 and resistance at 34. What I would like to do is it bounced off 30, which is a good sign for me that this validated support. I would like to enter at 32 and exit at 33 for a margin of 3%, and I would like my stop loss to be 31.80. Even though from the resistance at 32 to the support at 34 offers a total margin of 6.9%. So yeah, that's a breakdown for that. As you can see, Drip hit a hit a resistance at 730. It is continuing to, and is starting to show signs of a downward trend. And as you can see, the next support is at 650. Then after that, $6. And as you can see, the MACD and RSI are pretty oversold. Now let's go to the index that it follows, SPSIOP. It also follows the future / CL, but I like to use SPSIOP because the charts are more similar. So as you can see right here, let me back up. So you can see SIOP, and let's click on CL. The chart patterns are not too similar, but let's look at drip. No, let's look at gush, and then let's take a look at CL. They kind of look similar, but they're not. But let's look at SPSIOP, and then let's look at gush. You see, these two are very, very similar now. For my analysis on DGAS and UGAS, I believe DGAS is at its top right now, but it could pull back to the support at 24 and continue to uptrend because it is getting cooler. So we would start to use more natural gas. And as you can see, natural gas could bounce at its support that I have drawn at 275, and I have my alert set above 280. If it can cross that, and if it can cross 280, I believe that we can see signs of an upward trend for /NG, which would mean that you guys would be the ones to play. Okay, now let's go to let's do an analysis, a breakdown on GC. As you can see, it's still continuing to trend down. It got rejected by this SMA 3 times now, which is a pretty good sign that it's trending down. As you can see, the MACD is showing signs of a sell. I drew a pennant right here, as you can see right here. A resistance hit right here and here, and the support hit right there and there. And it should make its decision right here, not only at the support line of 1200. Here, let me go ahead and draw a blue line for the support line. Alright, there you go. This white bubble is where it should make its decision on whether it's going to continue to trend down or continue to trend up. So yeah, I have my eyes set on that, which means that, oh yeah, and then the dollar it also is in correlation with gold. If the dollar goes up, that means gold is going down. As you can see, gold, not gold, the dollar has been trending up for a good amount of time, and right now it did bounce from a support at 94.50. Here, let me go ahead and extend that to the left. Let me draw it as a blue line. Yeah, we're not gonna draw it as a blue line this time. Just gonna keep on going. As you can see, let me draw the ascending trend line pattern because that's what I see. And I see next resistance for the dollar at 95.60. So let me go ahead and draw a trend line there. Oh, what are you doing? All right, 95.60. I would be faster, but I'm using my mouse pad on my laptop. I'm not using my mouse. As you can see right here, it formed a little pennant. So at this end, it should either do two things: spike down or spike up. I believe it's going to spike up because this is looking like a bullish pennant. Okay, so yeah, so if that continues to trend up, then that means we can see a push in JDST, and we can see it make new highs of about 90. So let me go ahead and set my alert at the resistance at 87.50. Anything that you're watching for the week, I recommend you set alerts for, so they don't go over your head, because I've watched things in the past that did what I wanted it to do, and I was not able to capitalize on that because I didn't have my alert set. As you can see, I have my alert set here at the support for JNUG. If it breaks 7, I believe that it can continue to make lower lows, which would be good for JDST. So yeah, that's gonna be it for that for this week. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. But let's go ahead and get back to work. Make this bread. So that's gonna be it for this Stock Talk Sunday. I will see you guys during the week.